really hope you guys like this video. Hello everyone. It has been a very, very long time since I last posted. If you want, you can go watch the video on my channel that I posted before this, but it's really good to see you all and thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to be answering questions about my cancer journey and about my marathon journey combined. Yeah, so let's get started. Okay, so first question. How do you stay positive when it seems like everything's against you? Okay, so first, right off the bat, this is something that we all experience, right? It seems like everything is caving in at least at once, and that's how it felt for me. And it's like, why is this happening to me? Like, I remember before I got diagnosed, I took care of my body. I played basketball, tennis, I ran cross country, and like, I took care of myself, went to the gym, and honestly, I loved health and fitness. And so when I got diagnosed, I'm like, why me? I take care of myself, and it's just not fair. I think one key thing to realize is, and this might come across a little harsh, but like, life isn't fair. I'm reading this book, it's called Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. And when you come to realize that life isn't fair and your circumstances sometimes will be your circumstances, it makes it a lot easier to cope with. And I think that just having that positive mindset that it is what it is, I'm going to make the best of it, is what really helped me. Right. Did you run before cancer? Did I run? Okay, so like I said, I played sports in high school. I wasn't an avid runner, but I did go to the gym every once in a while and do like sprinting workouts, so that's that. When you found out you had cancer, what was the first thing that crossed your mind? So, okay, there's a lot of things that crossed my mind, but I think the number one thing was, boom, I'm gonna lose my hair. Like, for those of you who don't know, my hair was like this long, okay? Okay, funny story. Literally 2 weeks before I got diagnosed, I was in the shower and I was just like pondering, because that's what you do in the shower. And I was like, you know, the worst thing would be like if I accidentally shaved my hair off, like even a strip. I was like, oh, I can't even bear that. That'd be terrible. And then it happened 2 weeks later. I was like, okay. Okay, so I got a couple questions along the lines of like, what's your training process and how do you transition into running a lot of miles at once? So this is really basic to say, but it really is, you got to build up over time. For my training plan, I start like 3 miles, 4 miles, 5 miles, like in a week. And then every single week I like increase it by a mile. So yeah, that's kind of what I do. But if you're just starting out, honestly, it's okay to walk, walk. I know that that's helped so many people, so yeah. Did you listen to music in the hospital, or what did you do to take up your time? Okay, so me and my mom, when I was in the hospital, it's weird, we agree on this. The time went by like that, and you'd think it'd go by so slow. Like, it's horrible, but the time goes by fast. We turned on HGTV and Food Network. Oh my, I love Food Network, that's all. But yeah, we would watch those, and I would do crafts like crochet and make cards and play the ukulele and just, you know, stuff like that. Just keep me busy because I couldn't really do anything else. What was it like losing your hair, and how did that day go as a whole? So that's a very good question. The day that I got my hair shaved it was such a hard day, but like I felt so much love. A lot of my close friends came, and they also cut their hair, which means the absolute world to me still to this day. If you're watching this, thank you, I love you all. But yeah, that day, it was so hard. I remember sitting in my room like before my hair got cut, and I was just like this is my reality. This is what's happening to me. There's absolutely nothing I can do about it. And I'm gonna lose my hair. I just remember bawling in my pillow, like bawling. And then when everyone got there, I was like, wipe the tears away, let's go. But yeah, I also remember like right after it, looking in the mirror, I was like, who am I? Who am I? And I know that's like, that's so dramatic, but like, I felt like I lost my whole identity. I looked in the mirror and I was like, what in the world is going on? But I definitely got used to it, and now it's like strange to see me bald, so came around full circle. Okay, so we'll only do like 1 or 2 more. So the next one is, what was the hardest part after treatment? So I'm not gonna lie, honestly, I feel like post-treatment was harder than in treatment mentally, by far. because when you're in treatment, you always have like nurses and people taking care of you, and like you got like huge support system, and it's just like you know what I mean. And then after treatment, it's like you don't really have the nurses anymore, and that was actually hard for me, is leaving the hospital and the nurses, because they're the ones I clinged onto in the hardest time. So yeah, I'd say mentally, I went into a pretty deep and dark place after my treatment, and I actually ended up like pulling out of school completely, and like I switched schools because whenever I walked in the hallways of school, I didn't feel like myself, and I was like, oh man, like all these people know the old me, and now I'm here, and it's just like I don't even fit in anywhere, and it's just terrible. So if you went to my high school, yeah, that's why. But and it's just sad because everyone there is so nice. Like, do I regret switching schools and pulling out? Of course. Like, they were all such kind people, but just mentally, I couldn't handle the fact that I wasn't who I used to be when I went to the school before everything happened. So yeah, that is that. All right, so if you could go back and talk to yourself 3 years ago, what would you say to her? That's a very, very good question. I think I would explain to myself that the next 3 years is going to be the hardest years of your life. You're gonna learn a lot, you're gonna grow a lot. Yeah, I think I would tell myself that to just be prepared to persevere and push through, because I don't think anyone can really be prepared for a diagnosis like this, but it's all about getting through it regardless. If you could give one piece of advice to anyone watching this video, what would it be? So my one piece of advice would be to not take the little things for granted. I used to do that, and there's so much now that I am appreciative of because of the trials that I've been through. And I seen little kids in the hospital when I was going through treatment who had to go through something that was what in the world? That was like unimaginable for someone their age to go through. And I just, now I'm so much more grateful for all the small things. The fact that I'm able to film this, that I'm able to talk. I could barely talk in my last video. So I think it's just, don't take the small things for granted and just live life to the fullest, because you never know when something could change at the blink of an eye. You never ever know. Anyways, that's gonna be the video, and thank you guys all for watching. I hope you have an amazing Sunday, and just know that you're loved and that life will get better. It really will. I will see you guys in the next video, and if you have any suggestions, you can DM me at Brave for Bree, and yeah, I also am posting my marathon journey on there. So yeah, I hope you all have a great day.